everyone, it's AG and I'm finally back. It's been about 2 months and I've missed this so much and I'm so excited to be back. So if you are subscribed to me or if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that I took some time off for theatre as well as holidays. I spent my summer in London together with my sister and it was amazing. I got to meet Jay Kristoff and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, which was crazy. And I also managed to attend YALC, which was really great. I met so many lovely people, got to see so many talks, and I also got quite a lot of arcs. So today I just wanted to talk about those books. So let's just jump into it. American Royals by Catherine McGee. Imagine a world in which General George Washington got offered the crown after America won the Revolutionary War. Fast forward 2.5 centuries and the House of Washington still stands strong. In American Royals, we get to follow the two princesses and the Prince of the United States as they try to find their place within royalty in America. This is such a fun book. I'm about halfway through and just having so much fun reading it. The best way I could describe it would be Gossip Girl, but then everyone actually is royalty. So I'm very excited to see how the story progresses. Frankly in Love by David Yoon. The story is about a Korean American high school senior called Frank Lee, whose parents are very adamant on him dating a fellow Korean. That makes things a bit hard for Frank because the girl who he's in love with is white. Funny enough, his friend Joy has a similar problem, so they come up with a plan. Pretend to date each other to gain their freedom, which at first seems like a great plan, but slowly things start to get complicated. Frankly in Love is a book that I've had my eye on for quite a long time, so I was really happy that I was able to get a copy. The Sky Is Mine by Amy B. Shaw. The Sky Is Mine is about a 17-year-old girl called Izzy who is struggling with a lot of things. Together with her mother and stepfather, she lives in a house that is adept at sweeping problems under the carpet. As Izzy's and her mother's lives start to unravel, they have to find a way out of the silence and use the power in their voices to rediscover their worth. The book explores rape culture and domestic abuse, which are two topics that don't really often get explored within YA, so I am very keen on reading this one. Scars Like Wings by Erin Stewart. This book is about a girl called Ava Lee who lost almost everything within a fire, including her face. A year after the tragedy, her aunt and uncle decide that it would be best for her to go back to high school. Ava's struggling because things could never go back to normal. But when she meets a fellow survivor called Piper, she slowly starts feeling less alone. Ava starts creating a life for herself, but Piper herself is also fighting her own battles. Soon Ava has to decide if she's going to fade back into her scars or let the people by her side help her fly. Jackpot by Nick Stone. Rico is a high school senior who also works at Gas and Go. When Rico sells the winning ticket to the jackpot, she thinks her luck might change, but only if she can find the ticket holder who hasn't claimed the prize yet. Together with her classmate Zan, who is very popular and wildly rich, she tries to hunt down the ticket holder. But what happens when the haves and have-nots collide? Will the investigative duo unite or divide? I haven't read anything by Stone yet, but I have a lot of friends who really enjoy her work, so I'm very excited to give this one a go. Full Disclosure by Cameron Garrett. Simone is starting over at a new high school. She's trying to make friends and do the things she enjoys. The last thing she wants is for it to come out that she's HIV positive, because the last time that happened, things got ugly. As things between her and her crush Miles start getting serious, she starts to feel uneasy because she knows that sooner or later she's going to have to tell him that she's positive. Terrified of how he'll react, things take a turn for the worse when she finds an anonymous note in her locker. I know you have HIV. You have until Thanksgiving to stop hanging out with Miles, or everyone else will know too. Simone's first instinct is to protect her secret at all costs, but as she gains a deeper understanding of the prejudice and fear within her community, she starts to wonder if the only way to rise above is to face her haters head on. This is such an interesting story, and I'm so excited for this book to come out and see what the conversation will be. Maya and the Rising Dark by Rena Barron. After her father goes missing, 12-year-old Maya finds out that he's the keeper of the gateway between our world and the dark. To find her father, she has to unlock her own powers and fight a horde of monsters who are set on starting a war. The book has been described as Stranger Things meets Percy Jackson on the south side of Chicago, which sounds crazy, and I'm here for it. The Dark Lord Clementine by Sarah Jean Horowitz. This book is about a 12-year-old girl called Clementine Morcerus, whose father is the Dark Lord Elithor. All her life, Clementine has been groomed to become the best, worst, evil overlord she can be, but things change when her father is cursed by a mysterious rival. Now Clementine has to find a way to break the curse as well as take on all the responsibilities as the new Dark Lord. As Clementine starts making friends and discovers more about her own magic, and even has to break her father's code of good and evil, she starts to question the very life she's fighting for. What if the Dark Lord Clementine doesn't want to be dark after all? This book sounded so good when I picked it up, and I feel that it's going to have exactly my humour, so I'm very excited to have a read. Obviously, Stories from My Timeline by Akilah Hughes. This is a collection of essay by Akilah Hughes, who is a YouTuber. I hadn't heard about her before I picked up the book, but I have read a few of the essays now, and they're very interesting. They're about her life growing up, as well as her pursuing a career in writing and performing, which is something that I want to do as well. So yeah, it's been great. Hey! So I lost the footage for 2 books, so I thought might as well just read the synopsis to you. So this is The Loop by Ben Oliver. Luca Kane will die in the Loop, a prison under the control of artificial intelligence. Delays to his execution are granted if Luca submits to medical experiments. Escape is made impossible by a detonator sewn into his heart. But on Luca's 17th birthday, life in the Loop is altered. The government-issued rain stops falling and rumours of unrest start to spread. Breaking out might be his only chance to survive and to stop a catastrophe from deleting humankind. What She Found in the Woods by Josephine Angelini. Running from a scandal at her New York private school, Magdalena heads to her family home to recover under the radar. Over-medicated and underconfident, she's fearful she'll never escape her past. Until she meets Beau out hiking. Wild, gorgeous, and free, he makes her believe she might finally be able to move on. But when a mutilated body is discovered in the woods, Magdalena realizes she can't trust anyone, not even herself. Those were all of the YALCs that I managed to receive at YALC. While I was away, I got quite a lot of book mail, so the coming few weeks I will be showing them as well as reading through them and reviewing them. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.